Yeah, so this is the first option like VuGen, where you are going to generate the script by using virtual user generator. We are going to do the C language coding here. We are going to modify the script only because the tool itself is generating you the direct script option. And this controller is for the execution point of view, and this is for the results analysis purpose. So this is the main scripting point of view, we can say. Here parameterization, we have multiple options in the parameterization, and before that let us have some overview on correlation and parameterization. What is correlation, what is the parameterization, that we will discuss now. So whenever we are hitting one application, whenever we are interacting with one application, that application will throw some dynamic values in return to us. Like whenever you are logging in with one application, that application will provide you some value that you are not passing with your request in the front end, where you are going to see that value in the back end. For example, the LoadRunner, the web tools application we have seen multiple times. If we take any other application at the login point of view, we are going to get these dynamic values. So if you are handling those dynamic values, that is called correlation. If you are handling any static value, that is called parameterization. So static value, what static value we will pass in the script means we will pass multiple. For example, username I will pass, password we will send. So all these are the static values. That means these values are being entered from your keyboard. That means you are typing those values, you are giving as input to your script. That is nothing but your parameterized value, that we have to do the parameterization, because I don't want to do the execution of single user in my script. I always would like to do the performance testing under load. Load means I should take more number of users. More number of users means again there will be more number of usernames, more number of passwords, more number of credentials, more number of particular data. So if suppose I want to do the 100 user performance testing, if I would like to perform, can I record 100 times script every time? That is possible? That is not possible. So here the principle, the agenda is we have to record the script only one time. Whenever you are recording, we need to record only one time, one script only. That script you need to work in a way that should be able to pick up the work for more number of people or more number of users, I can say. So here we are not going to record more number of scripts. Here we are going to take only one script. That script you are converting it as to use for more number of users. That means how the user journey will be there here means one user will be coming into your script. For example, your script is having 100 or 50 lines of code. All this is your script, for example. So this script, one user is coming in your script. He will perform the action. He will get out of the script after completing of the 50 lines of code. Again, some user has to come and freshly he has to log in. He has to do. So in that way, you should make your script. That is the actual process of conducting performance testing. That is the actual process of making your script more reliable. So we have discussed this at the part of JMeter in the previous batch, but let me take a little some more time for this parameterization concept here, because this is a very interesting parameterization option. Before that, we will get one script quickly. So for getting the script, I want to depend on our web tools application only. So by today EOD, I will forward all the required softwares for everyone. So let me take the web tools application. Those who have not installed this today, you please install. This is a local application where you need to turn on the server. Then only the application will be working in your missions. Now, if you take the URL, this is the URL localhost 1080 web tools. This is a web application only, but the server is not in the open internet. Server is within your laptop. That means whatever the credentials you are creating, they will work within your system only. Out of your system, the credentials will be invalid. You have to create again fresh credentials in another mission. That is a small introduction about this software. So for walking you through, just this is the URL localhost. This is the port number 1080, and this is the path. Web tools is the path. So once you click on this URL, you will be able to see this user interface. So here we are having the standard credentials Jojo and Bean. That is universal credentials. Anyone can use on any mission. If you click on login, you are going to see the welcome particular username to the web tours reservation page. So this is the short walkthrough on the application. So here we need to click on the flights so that we can see multiple source stations here. For example, I will keep the location from Paris and I am traveling to the London. Just we are booking some dummy ticket, and these are the seat preferences. We can say this is the type of the seat we can say, and we can click on continue. We are going to see 4 different flights for the application. We can choose any of the flight. So I'm choosing the last flight, and we need to enter the personal details like what is the state and what is the details and everything. And after that we will see the confirmation with this message. This is giving you, thank you for booking through web tours. This is your flight journey. This is your flight number 423 is the flight number which is leaving from Paris to London, and this is the all these are the journey details I can say. This is the small application. Looks very simple, but the majority of the LoadRunner options you can practice with this small application, because this was developed by HP. HP means earlier they owned the LoadRunner. When the Mercury invented the LoadRunner, after that HP only taken care. The HP only overtaken that company, that entire LoadRunner license and everything. They have developed this software, WebTools application. Main purpose is to practice LoadRunner only. You can practice JMeter also, but their main agenda is to practice LoadRunner. They have developed this inbuilt application, which majority of the people will use this application. We have some more dummy applications also. I will share. I will give you walkthrough in the next sessions on the application. But for today, we will see this application. So there is one possibility, like what other things we can do in this application is we can even cancel the tickets also. If you see, you can go to the itinerary. If you click on itinerary, this will show you the list of flights what you have booked earlier. I have booked one flight today, which is the 11 p.m. flight, which is from these are the details, which is from Paris to London. You can see here, this is leaving London for Paris. So some grammatical mistakes are there. Just ignore. Just only for concept point of view, how to take this application. So this is the last flight details that what we have made. This is also the date. It is in the encoding format. If you can see, this is the date of today only, 2025 showing. And these are the previous flights that what we have booked. We can do the cancellation also. This also we can do by script. What the performance testing ability, what we can do with performance testing means, we can do whatever I am cancelling manually. For example, if I am selecting this flight, I am cancelling this checked flight. The first flight is going to cancel. Now I can see only 5 flights are available in my booking. I would like to cancel this flight. So here 4 bookings are available now. Now you can do with your scripting ability, what are the things that I am doing manually here. We can do that challenges also with our performance testing script. So that is also we are going to see as a part of our scripting challenges. And in a single click, I can cancel all by clicking on this cancel all button, so that there is no flight that is showing in your application. And remember, the database is within your system only. If you turn on this server, then in this folder somewhere else the data is going to store here, that is going to operate here. That's why this is a local application. We are calling it as the host itself is local host application. Yeah. So for similarly, we do have another application which is a web application. You don't need to install anything. Simply you can use the Blaze demo, which is the web application. Here also you can do the same kind of things. You can do the flight bookings. Just this is the application introduction only. We are going to do the scripting by using our LoadRunner for this one also. But this was introduced by this application was developed by JMeter team. BlazeMeter team. BlazeMeter exclusively they have developed this application for practicing purpose. You can put unlimited amount of load on this application also. They are okay with it. Actually, one point, doing performance testing on the real-time applications is illegal. Of course, in India, we don't worry much about those rules and internet protocols. But as a point, you have to remember, if you want to do performance testing on Flipkart.com, you should take the written permission from them. That is not possible. They also don't give. But production URLs, you should not keep the performance testing, and even they also don't allow you. If you are about to practice something on these applications, they also will identify, they also will restrict your IP address, and they also will not, The tool also cannot able to generate. They will restrict by using our some of the some of the capture code, some of the OTPs. That type of integrations they will enable on this application. So they will not leave their applications in very security weaker point of view. That is another story. So now stick back to our concept. So we are going to use this application to generate the script, and on that application generated script I will show you the parameterized options. So before that we will see what is the main purpose of the parameterization. Firstly, what is the technicality of the parameterization means, we can remember one thing blindly: whatever you are giving through keyboard, that value must be parameterized. Why we have to parameterize that value means, we are recording script for one user. That means you are recording the script for one particular user, and at the time of replay you are not replaying with one user, because in the real-time execution you will replay it with always load. More number of people you will gather, more number of people you will introduce on the script, and you ask them to perform the job. So that's why you need the parameterization. You will pass the test data to this script actually. That is the data driven testing, also called as parameterization. We will see now the practical how we are going to do that one. So for that I will get the script quickly. So for getting of the script for LoadRunner, I am depending on the Chrome for today, and from tomorrow we will record directly from the browser. I will show some options are there in the browser. If you modify them, you can directly record the web tools also. This is the application URL, localhost application. If you see, you need to get the script by using this network hair file. So for that, you can depend on this network hair file, which should be in default recording mode. You can keep like that, and preserve log option. This also we have to enable to store the previous calls data also. If you are not keeping this, this is not going to save the previous calls. The current call only it is going to store. That is not useful for us. Now let me create the one user by using this script now. So for creating one user, I need to click on this sign up page. Now I am just clicking on this. So here I am typing usernames and passwords. So let me take the LoadRunner 00. This is my username. Password is, I will keep the very weak password, password 123. Password 123 only I am giving. And first name something like FN, last name something like LN. Street address is something like address 1, and state is something like Telangana 1. So this is my form that I am going to submit now. I am going to create this user. LoadRunner 00 is my user that I am going to create now. Just I am giving a click. Your password is invalid. Okay, shit. Sorry, it is taking the password. Maybe I am giving something wrong. Let me do the script from beginning. Now I need to launch the URL, because this is one point you can take it away. Whenever you are recording the script, you should be good with the flow. That means whenever your flow is disturbed, then that is not useful. The script is not useful. You have to perform the task in the proper order, because you don't want to keep unwanted calls, failed attempts, whatever maybe the invalid attempts, that should not be there in your script. The proper flow should be you have to perform, that you have to convert as a script. Yeah, that is one point you can take it away. Now this is the launch page, and after that I am clicking on the second transaction is sign up now, and here I need to give some data. Let me give the data LoadRunner 00 data again, and password I will give ASDF, something like I'm giving again some weak password. Let me see if it will accept or not. Just to see the things in the script, I am giving like this. Now I am clicking on OK. Yeah, now the user is created for me. I am stopping the recording. So I am taking the very smaller script to understand, for making you better understanding on the entire process. Again, today is also not our complete scripting point of view. I'm going to start just to make you familiar with the tasks and the transaction names and keeping them. That is our main agenda. So here we have registered one particular user. I have stopped the script. That means this is my network log. These are my hair file. So this I am converting into LoadRunner script. Simply you can take the network communication, which is the hair file. I am keeping some today's date 1509, and this is the hair file I would like to open with our virtual user generator. So as you remember, this is the file that I just have saved. This hair file, we can directly record the script by using hair file. If it is JMeter, you need to convert this into JMX file. Then only you can open that one with our JMeter. But with the virtual user generator, with LoadRunner, you can directly open the hair files also. So for that, you need to take only directly the new script and solution here, the protocol, which is web HTTP HTML protocol by default, and just click on create. It will bring you the solution. That means the left hand side, observe whatever all required elements that is defaultly adding here, and here you need to click on this record button, and here there will be options will be there, like how you want to record the script. Either you can record the script by using browser also, or you can record the script by using captured traffic file analysis, nothing but our hair file. So for today I am going with this captured traffic file analysis. Now I need to attach the script. The script is presenting on my desktop, which is 1509, and here I am not going to change the options, just I am clicking on the recording so that it will bring the now if you see, this is the script that is we just created with the number of lines. With this 138 number of lines has script has been created with the 3 transactions we have performed. Just to understand this script, get yourself familiar with this type of approach, because in the JMeter we will see the different approach, what is script and what is transactions, everything. But here we will see completely in the programming type. This is C language, C written type of instructions. But if you observe logically, this is very easy to understand. This is one request. Whatever from the line number 4 to 11, we have to treat this as one request. LoadRunner also will understand this as a request by identifying this in the beginning, web underscore URL. This is a web function, and the LoadRunner will identify user is going to hit one request, and whenever LoadRunner is finding this last keyword, then LoadRunner will think whatever in between is there, that is one request. It will operate in that way. Like this is also, again, this is also not standard browser. We cannot say LoadRunner JMeters are not browsers, but they operate in the similar fashion that how the browsers are being operated. Our job is to make it automate with more number of user loads. Actually, that is the entire overview that you will understand it slowly. So this is one request, which is web URL. We are hitting one localhost application. So this is my application URL. I am not going to disable this call because this is my wanted call only. And similarly, I am checking the rest of the lines. Line number 16 also is my request, that is going to localhost only. So I am not going to disable this call. And the next request, line number 28 is also required call. Line number 38 also required call. Like you need to check if any unwanted call if you are facing, you need to simply disable that line. Don't delete. If suppose you are finding this is the line you don't want to keep in your script, don't delete. Simply comment this line. So how we are going to comment means you already seen by using some backslash and star, and you need to close the comment also. Otherwise, the entire script is not going to execute from this point. So you need to simply close the comment by using this syntax. Now, whatever in between these symbols, these two symbols, so that lines are not going to hit during your execution. Whenever you are running this, these lines are not going to execute even though they are present in your script, because you just commented them out. They are not going to execute. So in this script, everything is a wanted call because we have taken the network calls. So everything is a wanted call here. So I'm not deleting any call here. Now let us see. Let us keep some transaction names as well to this script, and we will make some changes to check whether the script is really doing our job or not initially. Later we will implement the parameterization. Yeah. Now my first transaction is launch. Again, why I am going to mark up the transactions, why transactions are important means, if the client is not going to ask me about API call, how API call response is there, individually they are not going to ask. They will ask in the point of transaction wise. That is our basic responsibility. If you see the very basic, I am launching this application one more time. See the network calls here. I am just performing one transaction in the front end local host. I just launched the application, but in the back end, so many calls. Everything is a call here. This is one request. This is one request. Like almost one, two, three, four, five, almost 8 calls have been invoked in the backend. So together these 8 calls we are calling as one transaction. This transaction marking is much important in any of the tool, either LoadRunner or JMeter. This is much important because we have to give the response time based on our transaction names only. Then only client can understand, okay, for launching, we are taking, application is taking this much amount of time. After that, again, for whenever you are clicking this button, again, you will see number of calls are being, 3 calls has been added to your script. Again, you click on this continue, again, some call is going to, again, 3 calls are going to add. So we have to consider all these calls as transaction. We have to mention which transaction is which call. So for this, I am going with this is my first transaction. I am marking the transaction name now. So you have 2 options. You can write the function on your own, which is lr start transaction. This is the LoadRunner function. If you write the correct function, LoadRunner will tell you in orange color by highlighting that you have written correct function only. If you don't remember this, you can simply directly take from here, which is a start transaction marker. You can click on this and you name the transaction name. So I am naming the first transaction is always the launch transaction. This is the transaction name I am taking for this first transaction. So now I need to identify which calls are completely under launch. So as we have seen this application for majority of the times, till this is my launch call, because you performed sign up. What is your second transaction? After launching the application, you performed sign up. So before this sign up, entire thing is your launch call only. So this is the sign up. This is second transaction. Before that, this is your first transaction only. I would like to close the transaction now because I have started the transaction here. Now I need to close the transaction. So you can take this button, which is end transaction. So for that, you need to keep the cursor where you want to end up the transaction. I want to end up my transaction here. So you can keep the cursor here also, not an issue. You can keep the cursor in the next line also, not an issue. But we have to keep it after end line only. So let me go to the proper call number. Yeah, the line number 83. This is the proper closing of first transaction. Now you can take this, and I just copied the transaction name. Always use copy paste. Don't type, because there may be some spelling mistakes that will cause the script error, that will throw a script error by making invalid transaction name like that. So to avoid that, always use the copy paste. And now second thing is, first transaction you have completed by using this end transaction. Now make the second transaction by taking similarly, which is my click sign up. So this is my second transaction name. Again, I am taking this into my clipboard to end this transaction. So when I can end the transaction, I am just going call by call. Request number, line number 89, that is sign up now button. Now here, yeah, this is the sign up button that is going to end here. If you have any confusion, you can simply perform that again in your browser. Now I am performing again in the browser. This is launch call. I am clearing the launch call. This is sign up call. So you can cross check like this. You just perform this sign up. Now you can see 3 calls are there in the sign up. The first call is login call. After that, one JavaScript call. After that, one GIF call. This is your sign up. Now let me compare the same thing here. So the first call is sign up call. After that, the JavaScript call. If you identify line number 89, please look like that. Line number 89, this is the sign up call. Line number 100, this is the JavaScript call, which is profile validate.javascript call. And line number 108, which is the GIF call, which is the button next.gif call. So this is the ending of your second transaction, which is button next.gif call. So in that way, you need to identify, you need to compare everything like that. Now I am writing up here the end function, which is the LR end transaction function. So that is my end transaction. Now whatever remaining, that is my last transaction, because I have performed only 3 transactions. So this remaining call is completely my third transaction. Without any further doubt, I can make it as a transaction name 3 by keeping another start transaction, which is my I can put it as form submit, something like I am putting form submit, because I have entered the form details only here, nothing else. These are the credentials, right? I have entered LoadRunner 00 and the password is ASDF. I have entered for 2 times, and the this is the first name, last name, and the street one, Telangana, something like I have entered all the details. Now I need to end the transaction as well. Whenever you want to end, don't write after this 0. You have to write before this written statement. That is a mandatory. Otherwise, you have better practice like this, uh, which is your transaction number 3. So now I just have ended the 3 transactions in our script. We just have added the transaction names only here. This can be solved by browser recording. If it is 3 transactions, simply we are making. But if the script is 30 transactions, you cannot identify calls so easily. Then you have to record the script by using browser only. That is the next step we will do. So, but remember, the network actions itself are called your load runner script. Whatever you are seeing in the network, they are converted into your load runner script, and that is looking like this. This is completely written format of your network logs only. That is called your script. You are not writing the script. Tool is generating you the script. But now after that, you need to enhance the script to make it work for more number of users. Let us see. Let us change something here. So here, if you see, we have created one user. We will check whether the user is working or not. I have created the load runner 00100. I have created. So the password is I have given ASDF only. I'm just checking whether the user is working or not. Yeah, I can see user is working. So we have created in proper way. Now I would like to create LoadRunner 01 by using the script. I'm just giving the script to walk through, then we will do parameterization. So I would like to create LoadRunner 01 here. I'm just checking LoadRunner 01 is there or not. If I'm giving login here, LoadRunner 01 is not there. If you can see what the response we are getting, web2's error is getting incorrect password or incorrect username. There is no such username. LoadRunner 01 is not created. Now let us modify something in our script. We are just validating our script is working or not, because I am telling you the same script we can use for more number of users. So I am just giving one different approach. I am changing the LoadRunner 002, LoadRunner 01 here. Now I would like to run the script. So understand, now if I am running the script, what it has to do means LoadRunner has to start from the right from the action. It has to start the job from the line number 6, because that is my first request. From here, LoadRunner has to start the execution line number 6. After that, line number 17. In that way, LoadRunner has to hit all URLs, whatever you are mentioning here. It has to hit the all URLs with the request what you are sending here. Understand this, whatever we are doing in the browser manually, this LoadRunner has to do the job automatically, because I told you this works in the similar pattern of browser. But again, this is not a browser. In the similar pattern of the browser only it is going to work. Now let us check. I am hitting this now. So we will see here. Before that, I would like to show you some of the logs as well here. This is the log printer. Means you can see here what output you are getting in the code generation while replaying, while compiling. We will see all the logs now. We will understand the basic script. So for replaying, you need to simply hit on this button, so that this will identify the transaction names. This will identify the transaction lines when the transaction lines are started, at the 6th line, at the 17th line, and at the 26th line. Like that, you will see the interface. I'm just hitting the yeah. Now I hit the replay button. Now if you see, the execution completed in the rapid speed, just only 2 seconds of time only it has taken. Now your script has shown the replay summary, it has passed. Now I'm not going to see all the output here at this point. I will just check whether our script really working or not. In the user interface I am checking. So how I can check in the user interface? If LoadRunner 01 is able to log in, means that my script is created, because what I have done here In the script, I have changed the parameter, which is LoadRunner 00. I have changed it to LoadRunner 00, LoadRunner 01. So this user should be created if my script is really working. Now I will check in the browser. I will hit the LoadRunner 01 guy. This is the password ASDF only. I am hitting this. Now, if you can see, the script is working, which is created LoadRunner 01 for us. So we can say the LoadRunner browser, this is also hitting in the browser point of view, like the request. Now my job is I want to create more number of users with this script. Just understand why we are doing things like this. If you understand, then it will be more easy to have more hands on this tool. So now what I'm expecting you is I would like to create more number of users by using this LoadRunner. By using this same script, I want to create 4 or 5 users. Again, remember the basics. This is VuGen tool. Again, day one I told at the time of introduction. Can I create more number of users at this view generation tool? Is it possible? It is not possible because I told view generator can run only one user. It cannot even take the second user load also. The purpose is it will generate the script for you. It will generate the more number of users ability to do the script. But you want to use with the 2 or more users. Either it is 2000 users, 20,000 users, doesn't matter the number. More number of users, if you want to apply on your script, you have to go to the controller. But we can do one more approach by using this view generator only. Understand this in the little twisted way. We want to introduce more number of users means I have to go to controller. But I want to loop one particular user means that is possible within this tool. So looping is possible because here if you see the runtime settings, here you can see identify how many number of iterations you want to make. That means iterations means one after one. Execution will happen from one after one. That means one particular user will do the entire process from the line number 1 to line number 150, entire process for one time. After that, he will repeat the process again for you based on the input that you are giving here. If you give here 2, the script will execute for 2 times. If you see here, the logic itself is changing here. If you give the 2, the running is making for 2 times. If you give here whatever the number of desired number, so I want to run the script for 4 times. You can see here like this. Now my question is, if I run the script like this for 4 times, so what is going to happen? The same user is going to create for 4 times. Is there any use that we are having? Because understand the parameters in the practical way. Here I am creating LoadRunner 01. If I am running the same script for 4 times, then there is no use of creating same user again and again, right? So now there comes the parameterization. You can take the different types of usernames based on the iteration. For the first time, you can give one data. For the second time, you can give another data. For the third time, you can give another data. Everything that you should do in the automated fashion, not in the manual pattern. For example, your team is asking you to create 5 users, only 5 users. You can do it in one approach. If you don't know parameterization, you can do the scripting. By default, here it is only 1 here. So what I am going to do, your team is asking you to create 5 users. Okay, I have recorded the script for 0 user, and now I will change the 2 user. I will take the execution. So I just modified here too. So now I should be login as LoadRunner 02 also. Now I will run the same script. Yes, I have created 2 users also successfully. Now I will modify the parameter to 3. Now 3 is also going to create successfully. But this is the proper approach? If my team is asking 4 or 5 users, then I can do like this without making any changes. But this is not the approach that we are expecting. We need to do with more number of users. That script should do the job automatically. If you want to create 100 users, then how you are going to do? You can't run like that, right? So now here we are doing the parameterization of this variable. So what I am going to do is I am going to pass the data, what it is picking here. I am going to pass this data from external file. In that external file, I am going to store what I would like to create. That is the actual concept I am going to show now. So here you need to do the parameterization for this variable. This is a variable I would like to change every time. because I don't want to change manually. I want this to pick up from some external file. So for that, how you can create the parameters means simply select the variable that what you are going to identify, and here you can see one option, replace with parameter. Just giving the small very practical approach of what is the main purpose. Then I will tell some other theory is there that we need to mandatory learn for this parameterization concept, but I'm just showing you how it is, how things are going here. So this is the variable I would like to change, load on 03. Now here just select that and give a replace with parameter option. So here you don't have any parameter list because you haven't created any parameter list. So here you need to you need to click on this create new parameter. So here you need to give any name. So you can give any name, but that should be with p underscore. Why I have to give with p underscore means that is industry standard. Majority of the people will follow that one, not majority. 90% of the people will follow like this. It is better if you follow, because p underscore, whenever the script people are seeing, okay, this is parameterization variable, like that they will come to know. If it is correlation variable, they will give c underscore. There are some basic naming conventions that we have to follow. So here I am giving uname, something like uname or username, something like I am giving uname. So this is a parameter type. We have multiple types of parameter types are there. So I will tell more. That is more theory. I will tell about that after showing you this practical. So we have more data types, like file data type is the basic one, is most used one. Again, date and time is there, iteration number is there, random number is there, unique number is there, virtual user ID is there, group name is there, and LG name is there. Like we can parameterize many of the variables that we will see about these options. Yeah, if you can see here, all these are the options that I just told. You can parameterize the date and time also. You can parameterize the group name. You can parameterize the iteration number, LG name, random number, table, something like you can see. But keep it to limited file only for this time. Just the default option only you keep it. Now, where you want to give this versional value, how you want to get this versional value to your script, so that you can change from your additional script actually. So now this will create one dat file here. If you see, the extension is DAT. That dat file you are not creating. By default, LoadRunner is going to create this dat file, stands for data file. So now I am going to create the table for this. Yeah, this is asking create a new data file named as like this. There is no such file is there. So this is asking you to your permission to create the data. Yes, we are creating. Now you can click on this edit with notepad. I'm just showing the practical purpose only. Later you will understand what is the main approach. Once after one execution you will understand. So this is LoadRunner 03. I would like to make it as 4 for this time. I'm just taking some small 5 users. I am going to take LoadRunner 5. We can do even this with our CSV. We can drag and drop with our Excel also. But let me take in the next steps. I will just give the introduction. Up to LoadRunner 9 I will take. Yeah, this is my data that what I am going to store 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you can directly close this by saving. Now my data, yeah, ready to read the data. Just format issue only. You can use. Yeah, this is throwing some of the because we haven't created the CSV, the commas. Let me remove, because this is the common issue whenever you are using LoadRunner, whenever you are using JMeter. There we are having the CSV files because we will keep with the commas. That is our habit, because in the JMeter the element is the same element is CSV element, comma separated value. So there we are giving CSV, but here in the LoadRunner the comma is not required. That you can directly take with notepad. And this data, remember, you are not going to type on your own majority of the times. Whatever I have given in the typing format, that you are not going to enter in the way, because you are going to get the data from your DB team mainly. They will provide you what data you need to create by using your test, what data you need to input, what is the username and what is the password. Everything you are going to get from your DB team in the CSV format or in any other format that we can see at the time of VTS concept. I will tell that one also. Virtual table server is there. That installation and that walkthrough also I will provide. That is some high level on the data point of view. Yeah. Now we will see here the options. We are having different types of data picking options are there. Almost 10 options are there. The every 10 options you should know, not only for interview purpose, for our practical picking purpose, how the data is going to pick up. There are main three categories, which is sequential category, random category, unique category. This is the way how the data is going to pick up. So if suppose 100 data points are there, this is called one data point. Remember, this is one data point, this is another data point, like that 100 data points are there. How you want to pick up? So the first time when user is going to run, the user has to pick up the first data point. That means that is the sequential order. And second time user is going to come, he is going to pick up the second data point. That is the sequential order, that you know already this meaning. And this random is also a very common meaning. Like the user can pick up anything in between these 6 points randomly, and there is no particular order. There is random logic is implemented. And unique means this is most cautious. You have to use the unique data point, because if you are keeping 100 times execution, if you are giving 50 data only, then your execution itself is going to fail, because you are instructing your script to pick up unique data. That means you have to provide at least that many number of data to your script. If you are running for 100 times, you are instructing to pick up unique data. Is that possible to pick up uniquely from 50 points? That is not possible. So unique is a kind of different approach. You have to maintain the enough data or sufficient test data. That is the main thing. We will see all these options in our very next section. We will see all these options, but let me show the overview only. So I will take the sequential, and there is one good option in LoadRunner which you cannot find in the JMeter by default. Simulate parameter. If you click on this simulate, this is going to tell you how the users are picking up. That means the simulation is also possible. Before going for the execution only, you can check the picking pattern also here. So you can see how the data is going to pick up now. Let me take here 6 points are there. I will take the 6 user test for this. Just I'm showing the options only. So if you are clicking on this, we have to increase a little bit. Yeah. Now I have simulated by taking the sequential, the first option. Now this is going to now users are going to take every time the users are picking up the first value, second value, third value. The first user every time they are taking the first data point sequentially. If you see, I just expanded here, the user 1, he is going to pick the first data point, because I have given the sequential order, sequential on each iteration. If you change this each iteration to each occurrence, now see here, now how the data is going to pick up. Yeah, this is the option, each occurrence sequentially. That is throwing you the option where you can identify the different options by using this simulate parameter option, which is also not possible. Each occurrence, that is not possible, because you are taking the data points limited and you are making the more number of tests here. Now if you choose the random, obviously that will bring up random number of virtual users. First time user is picking something 6, second time user is picking 8, again 6, again 8, something like. We are getting different types of values. And there is one unique also. If you are giving unique, you have to be you have two more options here. When out of values are there, you can have two options, like you can stop your test, or even you can continue with the last value also. More basically, people will use this option, continue with the last value, because we don't want to get the runtime errors whenever we are making the execution. We will use this option, continue with the last value. But if you are strict about the test data, that you have to keep the abort user or continue in the cyclic manner. Cyclic manner means the users will again pick the data from first point again. So usually we will keep this last option by default. I'm not going to change this to any other values. Now let us pick this options. Like I'm picking from the sequential order only and in the each iteration only. If you change this to once, then you can see the option, like every time they are picking up some different values. If you see the first user, now they are picking up second user 4 value, like continuously they are picking on each and every iteration. So let me take the sequential order, and in the each iteration only I am going to take. So each iteration we can make, and here the total number of users we have to give here. The total number of values we are going to take, because I have inputted the I have given the input of total 6 users here. Let me identify the same thing with our 6 users, or we will take the one user and I will take the run until completion. Yeah, this time every time the user is picking up only first value only. Now let us check the script. Now let us take the run. So now you need to replace this one by using the parameterize what that you have created. Now the same parameters you will see in this left hand side parameters option. Whatever you have created, that will be showing here, because we haven't saved that value. We are not having the value here. You can directly do parameterization in two ways. You can simply give the right click and take this with parameter, the first option, or even you can directly add the parameters from here also. I will add from here. I am taking the file parameter, which is the this is the path. You can make it, and here you can create what table that you are expecting. So I will go with the this is the value I am changing. So I will take the LoadRunner 05, LoadRunner 06, LoadRunner 07, LoadRunner 08. That's all. These 4 users I am taking. I'm just saving this, and I can see the 4 users are showing here. Now I would like to change them by in the sequential order only, and each iteration I would like to modify the first data line, what data line you want to choose. So here if you put this first data line, it is going to pick up from the first data point, or sometimes you will be keeping some additional number also. In that case you can identify, you can modify the another data type also. Like you can take the, suppose any associated passwords are there. So in that way also you can identify the modification that is possible. So now let me take this, that we will do with our CSV file in the next section. But these 4 data points we will take one round of execution now. So now this is the file path that you are giving, and the parameters that we can do the renaming here, that you can replace in your script. So this is my p underscore uname. This I would like to add in my script. This I want to modify. So whenever you would like to modify any value, you have to use this symbol curly braces only. If it is load runner, you have to use curly braces only. If it is JMeter, we have to use the dollar and curly braces. That is the simple difference. Load runner invented first, they have used the curly braces. JMeter developed later, they have added one additional symbol. That is very simple. Yeah. Now the parameter list is also ready, and our script is also ready. Let me take the execution for 4 times. So for 4 times I need to change the number here. Now let me create from the script. Now the iteration 1 is started. If you see, 4 times script has been executed within 2 seconds, within almost 3 seconds. Now let us see whether the data is created or not. So which data I have taken? LoadRunner 04, I think. LoadRunner 04 or something other different data I have taken. This is LoadRunner 05. Sorry, I have created LoadRunner 05. Yeah. So in this way you can identify what type of data you are making with your script. Yeah, LoadRunner 5 is created for us by using our just script. So we have the parameterization is not that much simple. I am telling it in only one session. Don't assume like that. It require a lot of data point simulation as well, that I will show in practical. But understand the concept. we need to make our script that should work for more number of users. Here, whatever the data you are giving in the hard coded format, this is hard coded for earlier it was in the hard coded, like I have given LoadRunner 005, something like that. So hard coded data should not be visible in your test. Whatever you are giving, that should not be like this in your script. That should be parameterized. Either correlation or parameterization should be done. And here the password also I am giving in the hard coded value. This is also not the proper way of scripting. We have to hard code this value also. So we have to do the parameterization of this hard coded value also. That we will do complex parameterization, that we will call. So what is complex parameterization is I will take more number of parameters within one file. So if you see here, I have added this usernames only here, but you can add passwords also, right? Because only username will not be different. Passwords also will be different from user to user. If you want to do, you can click on this add column. So this is telling you which column you would like to add. I would like to add another password column, p underscore password. So I'm just giving that so that additional column is there for you. You can input the data or even you can type the data here like that. If you see the commas automatically now they are coming. Earlier I have tried to save with commas, which was LoadRunner was not accepting because there is no additional column here. That is the reason we are getting this error. Now, this is the actual way of adding the data, associated data we can say. Now I would like to add password 5 for this. This is password 5 and keyword 6. This is my password 6. Like that, I am going to add associated data for this. So that I am just Control S and I am closing this. Yeah, now you can see the data is going to add. Now you can see the unique option also, which earlier it was not showing, that you can simulate now. Yeah, that is going to show which type of data is also going to get for the particular number of users. Yeah, in that way we can see, we will see more about this parameterization. This is still pending. This will take one more class tomorrow also. So we'll practice by just have the installation of the software today. Everyone, I will share the LoadRunner software. I have shown you yesterday. And one more thing, one more point to remember. In this software section, I will share all the softwares today at any cost. In these software sections, you need to install the Strawberry Perl also. Whenever you are installing LoadRunner, this is the LoadRunner I am going to share today. Before installing, try to install this Strawberry Perl also. One software is there. I'm unable to show you right now. Then only you can access this application. Yeah, this is the application I just highlighted. Strawberry Perl, which was developed by Vanilla Project Company, Perl project. So this is required. The same version I will forward. So install both of them and extract the WebTours folder. What I have shared. That WebTours folder also just extract. Then you can access the same kind of setup.